You. Cool. Sounding good. Yes. Here. Okay, hear you. Great. All right, cool. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Audio is good. Video is good. Thanks, Alfred. Welcome, Robert. Welcome, FJ, David, Mark, Alfred, Chris, David. Awesome. Robert and Irene. And we got a whole list here. So I'm going to kick it off, guys. I'm going to share a little bit about who I am. My name is Robert Mercado, and I've worked online now for about 4 years. And before coming online, I actually worked at a diner, and I delivered food. And I knew there was another way to living life, to sharing the example of how life should be lived. And I truly wasn't making enough money. I mean, there was not enough money at the end of the month. And I was in a basement apartment. It literally was, a 10 by 10. And it had no kitchen. It was just a bed, a TV, and a couch. I mean, that was it. And I was working at the diner at the time, and I had a Ford Explorer 98, and this thing, I mean, it was so bad. It was bad. I mean, 98, I mean, you could tell by the year, although, I mean, the car was falling apart. I was in $20,000 in debt or more, and I actually got evicted from my basement apartment one day coming home from work, and I actually attempted to open the door, and there were 2 locks on the door. One of the locks was obviously a key that I didn't have, so I wasn't able to get in. I spoke with the owner, right, because it was downstairs from a restaurant, and I said, I got to get in my place. That something happened, and I knew in the back of my mind I was 2 months behind on rent. I just didn't think it was going to come to this point of being evicted. He said, you got to get your stuff out and you got to go. And it was that moment that I decided, and I realized I could point fingers and blame this on everyone else, although I learned to own your position, own where you are in life, and really actually understand that if you own where you are in life and you take responsibility for it, you can do something about it. I'm going to go right back over here to the comments, guys, and continue. By the way, guys, at any point during the Hangout, if you feel compelled to get started with what I'm going to show you in just a few minutes, you want to send an email, right? We're doing this as a private invite. You're going to actually send an email to Robert Mercado at robertmercado.net. All right, just keep that in mind. You may want to write that down. I highly encourage you, write it down. There's a lot of benefit for those of you who actually send an email first and actually get started. So the subject line would be, I'm ready to get started. Right, so I'm looking only for those emails with the subject line, I'm ready to get started. So at any point you feel, because you're on this and you've purchased a product from me in the past, or you've been in business with me before, or you're a friend of mine, a relative of mine, whomever you may be, you're on a list in my one of my autoresponders, right? And I actually encourage you to get started with what I'm going to share with you. Although it's a first come, first serve basis, and you truly get benefit from being, closer or faster in the line to send that email than others. So again, at any point during this Hangout, send an email to Robert Mercado at robertmercado.net and just say in the subject, I'm ready to get started, and I'll send you to the next step. Good to have you here, Robert, Dustin, Michael. We got more and more people jumping on as I'm on. I knew there was something we can do with my own life as well as lives of others. In the beginning, it was all about me. It was about making money and changing the situation that I was in, right? And then once, I've started working online, and I created my first 6 figures online within my first 6 months. And then I created $250,000 by the end of the first 12-month fiscal period that I've been working online. And now just fast forwarding it, I've been online for about 4 years, and I've created well over 7 figures. If you would have told me this or shared something like that type of story with me when I first got started, I probably wouldn't have believed you. I may have been open-minded about it. I may have been excited about it and entertained it a little bit, although once it happens, you look back and you're like, wow, your mind totally shifts. You grow as a person. So I've came to a place in my life right now where I'm earning enough money where I could think outside of myself, right? I know that sounds a little weird, and we shouldn't be selfish in life, although in the beginning I was selfish. It was about me. I needed to get myself out of the situation I was in. You may be able to relate with this as well. And, let me know in the comments while you guys are listening, if you are able to relate. And, I came to a place where I figured there's more out there, right? There's other people out there that need help as well. And that's the basis of why I put this hangout together, why I'm doing this as an impromptu, and why I'm sharing with you what I'm going to share with you. So, first of all, what I look forward to, and quick little side note, when I worked at the diner, it's pretty amazing how everything happens for a reason. But my wife, she actually worked across the street, right? She worked at a medical billing office, and I delivered food to her, right? I delivered food at the diner, and she was actually one of the customers, right? So, as soon as I saw her, I was like, wow, she's incredible. She's beautiful. I left her with the words, God bless you. And she took that to heart. We started connecting, and fast forwarding it now, we live in a 3,000 square foot house here in Florida. We enjoy it here. It's beautiful. And, we're married for now 4 years, and we recently just had a newborn, Samantha Angel Mercado. Her initials spell out Sam, so it worked out pretty cool. And also Allie's initials are in there as well, Allie Mercado, right? So totally excited. Definitely a new daddy mode, protective daddy, and everything didn't become real until Samantha actually came out. So, it added some more motivation to my life. It added some drive in my life. And I'm going to share with you what else has done that as well. So guys, anytime I get started with a company, right, I align myself either with business partners or a company, right? There's a couple of things that I look for, right? It's the company, it's the product, and it's the people, right? And I'm going to share a little bit about that with you guys here. And, to get started, I mean, what we're talking about here, because I want to get right into it with you guys, is we're talking about a company that's been in business now for over 40 years, right? And I've been in a lot of organizations personally that I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into, right? I've built organizations of hundreds and thousands of people, right? And, they have been very lucrative, right? And the bottom line is that when you don't have a solid company, right, or you have a company that changes things out of nowhere, right, and it affects different things that you have going on in your business, that's not something that you want to happen, obviously, right? Many of you can relate with this, I'm sure, right? You put your blood, sweat, and tears into something, and it either folded, it went down, or whatever else happened, right? The reason why I share that with you guys is this is a real talk, locker room talk, right? I don't have any fancy slides. I'm talking to you guys real, eye to eye, and I want you to feel the conviction in my voice and see the conviction in my eyes that this company is a solid company, right? They're DSA approved, Direct Sales Association approved. That's a huge deal. It's not easy for a company to get that, and it shows that the company is solid, right? Their products are solid. The company is solid. It's got an A+ ranking in the Better Business Bureau, right? For those of you who feel that's important, we're talking about a company that has an A+ rating, right? That is top notch. That's the highest you can get on the BBB, right? Better Business Bureau. So also currently right now, the company is generating over $30 million, right, in sales a month. $30 million of sales, right? Dollars of sales in a month, every month, right? Now, they're also a company that's debt-free, right? They're also a company that's debt-free. That's important. I don't want to personally work with a company, and I've done my due diligence. I've went to offices physically. I've actually been to a recent event, and because of the success that I'm having and the team is already having, and those that decide to come on board, and that just may be you as well in a little while, they asked me to speak on stage, and I don't say any of that to impress you, but truly to impress upon you that the company is solid. I wanted to make sure of this. I went into the office. I saw people working and doing what they had to do, right? The employees there, great people, by the way, great people, right? The office, clean, professional, right? All the good stuff that you would look for in an office, right? And in a company as a whole. Now, I'll pause there just for a second because I want to make sure you guys are on the same page with me. Would you guys agree with that simple information there, right? Would you say that that's a solid company, right? Would you say that's a solid company? Let me see if I could open up this chat here that I'm seeing you guys comment on, just to see what you guys are sharing in here. I know you guys are probably very compelled into what I'm saying and listening to my voice. Hey, Bill, you know what? If you don't like that I end every sentence with a right, you're more than welcome to leave, my friend. More than glad to leave. And you know what? I'm going to be totally real with every single person here. Bill, if it's annoying for you, hey, I am who I am. And you know what? I encourage everyone on this team, on this hangout, to be who they are as well. That's one thing that I've learned in life. If I repeat a certain word after every sentence, right, then that's who I am. That's who I am. I'm going to be me on this hangout. I'm not going to be someone else on this hangout for one or two people, right? You can't satisfy everyone in this world. Now, Bill, I look forward to working with you regardless. And the reason is because, hey, little things like that we could look past and we still build a huge organization and have a lot of success together with. I want to just share that point and not hide it from the comments or not disregard it, because that's a lot of times what people think they need to do in order to be successful. They need to satisfy everyone. They need to make sure everybody's happy. Not here, my friend. So anyway, yes, I would. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, indeed. Love it, love it, love it. So you guys know it's a solid company, right? I've done all the due diligence for you. I've done all that hard work. I put in hours of time, my blood, my sweat, my tears, everything into making sure this is something that I feel comfortable sharing with other people, sharing with people that I look forward to with the vision we have here. And I'm going to share that with you in a little bit. It's a vision that actually is huge, but it's going to be even bigger with you on board. Now, I'm going to go into the product, right? This is the next thing that I actually feel is very important when coming on board with anything I align myself with, right? It's the company, and now it's the product, right? We know the company's solid. Now the product, right? What is being offered here? Well, first, let me say a question that I always ask myself is, will I feel glad about promoting and sharing this product if there was no comp plan? If there was no comp plan, would I feel good about sharing this, right? If there was no comp plan, would I feel glad about sharing this? And the answer to that is yes. Now, if you feel good about sharing something and there was no comp plan, in TAC, and you felt good about it, would you feel good about sharing that with other people? Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? So with the product, what we have here, guys, see, there's a real problem, a real challenge, a real issue, whatever you want to call it, in the world. And the bottom line is that there is a huge problem with the water we're drinking. Now, I'm going to give you a second to take that in. With the water that we're drinking, right? Now, some of you may say, what are you talking about, Robert? What water? What are you talking about, right? Well, I was a huge fan of drinking bottled water. I was under the impression that it was very healthy for you. Now, we all can agree that water is good for the body, right? Water is good for the body. It's a lot better than a lot of other drinks out there, right? Soda, juice. I mean, there's a lot of crap out there that water stands out, and it's a lot healthier for the body. Right now, what I recently came across is a product, is information, is research, is scientific proof that there is something better, or a better quality of water out there. Now, there may be some of you guys on this that drink tap water, right? That's maybe your only option, right? You may not be able to afford bottled water or continuing to buy it, and that's what you drink. Well, I would highly encourage you not to do that anymore. And the reason is because there's a lot of garbage in the water, right? There's a lot of garbage in the water, right? There's fluoride, there's chlorine, there's so many chemicals inside of the water that is not good for the body. Now, with bottled water, you would think, okay, well, I understand that, Robert, tap water, it's not even filtered, it's just coming straight out of the pipes, a lot of stuff going on in there, chemicals being added, all that stuff, right? Well, what about bottled water, Robert? What's the big deal about that? I drink bottled water, right? Right, if that's what you're thinking, if that's what you're asking. Well, the truth of the matter is that bottled water is really tap water, right? I mean, there's a huge marketing, there's huge marketing campaigns behind it. There's huge proof behind this as well. And I'm going to share with you proof as well, because I'm big on proof. It's not only about what I say, it's about showing you proof so that you can say in your mind, Robert's not just saying this, Robert's not just preaching a story here. This is proof, right? I'm going to share my screen in a little bit and share something with you that's pretty much going to wow you amongst a few other things. So tap water is horrible for you. There's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of junk in there. It's going straight into the body. It's not good for the body, right? Then there's bottled water, and it's all it is tap water. Now, I was a huge fan of Fiji water. If you're familiar with Fiji water, you're more than welcome to comment below, yes, I am, or tell me what kind of water that you're currently drinking if you feel compelled to do that. Regardless, I was a huge fan of Fiji water. Now, the packaging of the Fiji water looks very professional. It looks very clean. It looks very healthy, right? It looks clear, right? The water looks very good. Now, it's not. There's still a lot of chemicals, a lot of things that are going on in the bottled water, and there's proof of that as well, right? One company, Pepsi, right? A lot of you are familiar with Pepsi, right? Well, they actually own Dasani. I don't know if you may or may not have known that, but Dasani is owned by Pepsi. And, Pepsi admitted that it is tap water. They admitted it publicly that it is tap water, right? You're more than welcome to do your own research on this. And I've already done all my research. I've already done all the hard work for you. So if you are here listening and trust me, right, you're on my list, so you either may have purchased a product from me or done some business with me, I would assume the like and the trust is there. But if not, I encourage you to, right? So bottled water is no good for you as well. It's still got a lot of crap in there, a lot of chemicals, a lot of things bad for the body. So the product here that we have with this company is a water filtration machine, right? It's something that actually cleans out everything that is bad for you in the water so that you can actually intake good quality, real, live water. And the reason why I say live is because there's active hydrogen in the water, right? You don't have this in tap water. You don't have this in bottled water, right? Most bottled water obviously is shelved in stores. And if the longer it's shelved there, on the shelf, all of this, goes away. Anything that they filter, it becomes worse the longer that it's out on the shelf. Now, I'm just taking a moment here. Exactly. Wes, I appreciate that. Dasani's pumped out of the Detroit River, filtered for color and bottled. Exactly. So, other people on this know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And I appreciate the fact that you're sharing that as well. I'm going to actually share my screen really quick, and I'm going to show you one piece of proof, and then I'm going to get a little bit more into the product. I want to show you guys first that there's a need for what we're doing here, right? If there's no need for that, for what we're doing and what we're sharing and what the company is selling, then what's the point of what we're doing, right? So with that being said, let me share my screen here for a moment. Bear with me for a second here. I'm actually going to choose the share screen option. I'm going to screen share, and I'm actually going to go to this screen right here, right? So you guys should be able to see this on your screen right now. And if I scroll, you can see as well. This is actually from one of the sites that I found online. It's a very credible site. I'm going to show you another source as well that's even more credible. Pepsi Company finally comes clean and admits the truth about their bottled water, right? Bottled water is one of the greatest marketing scams of the modern age. Take PepsiCo's Aquafina brand, right? They also own Aquafina. For example, just by including a picture of mountains on the label, we are led to believe that this water originates from a natural drinking source. It's essentially the same tactic that is used by several companies who bottle and sell water to the masses, as well as by food manufacturers who wish us to believe their products are natural, right? Recently admitted that Aquafina is really just tap water. So ask yourself, why do you pay 2,000 times the price of tap for it, right? We could go into this, but this is one example. Now, let me open up another one here. This one's from USA Today, right? More credible source. USA Today, lead taints drinking water in hundreds of schools, daycares across USA. Guys, 350 water systems that failed lead tests in recent years provide drinking water to schools and child care centers. This is happening right now beyond Flint. Excessive lead levels found in almost 2,000 water systems across all 50 states. Guys, this is a real issue. right? Your children, unfortunately, that are going to public schools, or yourself, if you're a teacher, are drinking the water in these faucets, and the lead level is beyond exponentially what it should be, right? They allow a certain amount of lead in the water, but it's exponentially past that amount, right? Groundbreaking study from Bruce Lamper, a professor at Simon Fraser University, British Columbia, studied lead exposure among children in Rochester, found that 20% was attributed to water, 10% to 15% attributed soil, and 20% to other sources such as paint dust, right? Lead tainted water isn't used just for drinking and washing. It's often used for cooking school lunches, where it could wind up in foods like pasta or making infant formula, posing a particular risk to babies because they consume so much water, right? They consume so much water, right? So I wanted to make sure you guys are able to see the screen here. Where are we here? Water compared to their size. Lead concentrations can rise as the water goes unused and stays in contact with plumbing, since schools and daycares often are vacant for long stretches. Also, lead particles tend to release sporadically, so a child can go days drinking from a contaminated water fountain before ingesting the toxin. So guys, this is real stuff. There's a whole video here too. I'm not going to go into that, but I wanted to show you a little bit of proof. I'm going to stop the screen share and jump right back over here with you guys and share with you guys. Now, we spoke about the company, right? We know the company is solid. That's something that I looked forward to. I can't hear it. I hope I can. Okay. Well, Igor, I would actually encourage you to open up another browser. Maybe that will work with the sound. Yeah, I'm drinking, Alfred, I'm drinking Nestle Pure Life right now, and I used to work for Coca-Cola, and you are right, Dasani water is just filtered. Guys, I'm reading this right from the comments from other people that I may or may not have spoken to in a while, right? I mean, these are people that you're obviously on my list, although I've been kind of quiet. And the reason is because I've been doing my research with this. I've been putting my head down and really find something that could change your life and your family's life for a long time, right? And if you choose for it to be that, you'll have that opportunity in just a bit. Now, stay tuned, guys. So here with the main components, right? The company, now the product, right? We have a water filtration system. It's top of the line. You can compare it with other ones. It has proven to beat every single system out there. And they range from 1,500 to 6,000. Now, here's the powerful point. This is a high ticket product, right? Right? We all know, right? Some of us may have wanted to buy one of these before, and the only reason we didn't is because it was so expensive, right? They normally go for 8,000 or higher, right? The company offers it for 1,500 to 6,000. Now, here's the kicker. Here's the fun part. Even if you cannot decide to purchase one of those tonight, because you're not gonna be able to purchase it tonight anyway. I'm not giving you a way to purchase that tonight. From what I'm doing, and there's a reason behind that. I only want people who are serious and actually willing to be coachable and really willing to take this for the long term, right? And take for what I'm saying and not take what I'm saying for granted. Now, stay tuned on that, because there's financing options. There's some good stuff with that. And again, there's no option to buy anything tonight. And I want to share this with you because I truly wanted to do an intro here to what I'm doing. I wanted to share with you guys what's going on in the world. Now, the company also has another product. Well, actually, yeah, let me go over this first. Exactly. Lead. Was I saying lead? I guess am I used to the marketing terms and I'm saying lead, Todd? So maybe someone else pronounced it the wrong way. Maybe it was me. But guys, the amount of lead is incredibly crazy. The amount that's in the faucet. So if I'm just excited and pumped up and I mispronounce a word, I apologize for that. We're talking about lead here, guys. So anyway, another product that the company offers is a shower product, right? Because it's one thing to actually filter your water in the house, right? This is a machine that you set up. And it's a very easy setup. It takes 5 minutes to set up. It actually comes with different, ways of actually connecting it to your faucet, because everybody has a different faucet. So the machine is there, right? That's one thing. Filter the water that is in your kitchen, your bathroom, wherever, right? Now, the company also offers a shower product, right? Because the water that's coming out of our shower is just as bad as the water that's coming out of our faucet, right? It's all tap water. It has all that stuff in there. Chlorine, fluoride, all this stuff, right? So the shower product is something that, I mean, is exciting as well. I mean, it's incredible. And now the other product that the company has is something called Ucon. It's actually a turmeric supplement, right? Turmeric. I hope I'm saying that right, guys. Turmeric. It's good for the body. It includes a lot of evening primrose and B12 and all these folic acid and all these types of vitamins and good things for the body in a form of a tea and in a form of a capsule, or other known as a pill, right? So that's up to you. I actually got the ones that actually have the pills. I just like those better. You may like the ones that are actually tea form. Anyhow, I'm going to move forward here, guys. Let me just ask you guys one question. With a product like that, right, that's cleaning the water, filtering the water for your family, for yourself, for your pets, for your plants, right? My wife and I, we use the water to actually feed the plants. She had a plant that was dying. She fed some of the water to the plant. Obviously, it's a different pH level of the water for the plants. That plant bloomed within a couple of days, if not sooner. And then, for the dogs, for the pets, we have pets actually. I have 4 dogs actually. I know you say, Robert, you got a baby. How you doing this with 4? Well, we have 4 dogs and a bunny, right? We have a bunny. I'd show you, but actually I'm just really focused here, and I want you guys to stay focused as well, and continue listening very closely, because I promise you this will change your life if you allow it to. We have 4 dogs, and we feed the water to the dogs. It's so much healthier for them. It's so much better for them, right? It's so much cleaner for them, right? So, and I appreciate that, David. All true. I drink alkaline water instead. See, David knows the power of actually changing your water is powerful. So, sorry, it's teacher me. Todd, hey, I appreciate you, brother. If there's anything else that I actually fumble upon, or let me know, it's totally cool. So with that being said, let me ask you guys, would you say a product like that, that's cleaning, the water for your family, for yourself, for the rest of your life, that's saving you money, you never have to buy water bottles again. Guys, listen to this. Ever since I discovered, not discovered, that's not the correct word. I feel like I invented it, right? Ever since I came across this, I have not drinking an ounce of bottled water, and I've never drank. Well, when I was younger, I may have drinking tap water just for like fun, or I didn't know better. But I have not drinking anything else besides this water ever since I got started, and I learned about this, because if I learn something, I implement it right away. Right? Success loves speed. So I love to have success in my life as well as my financial life. And I encourage other people to have that as well, their spiritual life, right? Everything. So with that being said, this water is incredible. And I have not drinking anything besides this water, as well as almond milk, right? A little bit of almond milk, not much, but I mean, that's good for you as well. So anyway, let me know in the comments. And just type yes. That's it. Just a 3-letter word yes. If you feel, that this is a solid product, this is something that you would feel good about sharing with other people, right? Is this something that you would feel confident about sharing with other people, to showing them a way that they could actually intake water a lot healthier, a lot better, a lot cleaner than what is currently out there in the world, right? Let me hear some comments here. Robert, I've been using the machine that you're talking about for about 6 years. It's a fantastic product. The water tastes great. Thanks, David. Guys, just so you know, I did not conversate, if that makes sense, with anyone here on the Hangout. These are all comments, and I appreciate you sharing that, David. So let me know in the comments if you feel, there we go, Keith Lacey. Good to have you here, brother. Yes, right? We got yeses coming in. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you feel this is a product that you would say, or you know what, I'll ask you even a simpler question. If you're able to show someone a better way of drinking water, right, a cleaner way of drinking water than what they're currently doing, would that be of value to someone else? Would you feel good about sharing information and something that can then help them with that, right? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to get at least a few yeses before I continue. Guys, wait till you hear what we have in store in just a moment with the compensation plan, right? I'm going to go into that as well. And that's, hey, if you're here for the money, then that's cool. If you're here for, hey, Robert, I want to learn about this, and this is pretty cool stuff, then that's cool as well. If you're here for both, that's awesome as well. So yes, I know the product. Awesome. So guys, let me just move forward here. So we have the company that's solid. We have the product that's solid. Now, the next thing is the people. This is what I truly feel. We got another yes, right? Let me testify as a product user. It's the best word I've ever drank in my life, and seriously has changed my life. Thanks, Al. I appreciate that. What a difference between this product and over-the-counter water filter. Beth, I'll go into questions. I'll share that with you. Only, hey, what the heck? In a short answer, this company manufactures and distributes their own products. Now, for me, that's a big deal. Because it's one thing for you to, have a vision and share, this company is only going to do this amount, this company is only going to do this type of product, and we're going to keep everything clean, and we're going to top notch, right? But then if you have another company actually manufacturing it, you don't know what the heck is going on for the most part, right? So the fact that this company distributes and manufactures both, all in-house, right? All happens in Japan. This is amazing stuff, guys. This machine is actually used as a medical device in Japan. That's how good this is. A medical device in Japan. So, when you ask what's the difference between this product and other water filtering machines, well, first of all, you have an opportunity let me share this. This is okay, I'm not going to go too much into detail, but there's a lot of technology and there's a lot of mechanics that goes into these machines. And the company that I align myself with actually provides the best quality, top-notch manufacturing and technology with these machines, right? You will have a couple of other machines on the market. I promise you're not going to get the same type of quality, right? They may say, because there's something called discs inside, and I'm actually learning about all the types of things that are in there, right? I'm not an engineer, although there's something called discs, right? Or if I have that correct. And what happens is some machines have that inside of it, and they say, well, my machine has 12 of these or 16 of these. Yeah, well, ours may have like 8 of them, but they're 3 times the size, right? They're 3 times the quality, right? I'd rather have more quality than more quantity. And I'm not going to get too deep into it, Beth. I hope that helped a little bit. Although, listen, I will tell you, I would not recommend something that I don't truly believe in. And I've done my research on as well, studied it, did my due diligence, and everything else. Now, you know what? I'll leave this part for last. But the fact is that you can actually, compensate from actually sharing it as well. And I leave that for last because the compensation is important, right? We do like to get rewarded for what we do in life, the type of work we do, what we share, right? Of course. Although I leave it for last for that reason, for the reason that the product is actually more important, right? The product is actually, why a lot of people are coming on board and getting started with me and getting started with the company. A large percentage of the company's, people that come on board are customers, and that shows a lot as well. Now, if you're into the money, we're going to talk about that in just a moment. I just want to touch upon the people, right? Really quick. The people, the team that we have, right? The people in the company, right? This is a solid team of people, right? These are solid people that are with the company. I've met the people corporate that work with the company, right? I've met them personally. I went to the Orlando office and met them personally. I have teammates that went to the LA office, and well, they went to an LA event where all the corporate was there as well, right? And we continue to communicate on a daily basis. All of this is done for you guys. This due diligence, the traveling, the time, the investment. I promise you, you're in good hands. So the people is incredible. The team that we have here are people that actually I personally work with, right? I'm not talking about corporate now, even though we work with them as well, and the company. And they are great. They are great. Now I'm talking about the team that we have here, and I'm going to share with you, a system that we actually put in place for you to pretty much automate helping other people getting started and purchasing as well, for you to earn money from it, right? And to earn commissions. It's incredible. Watch when we get into that. Just stay tuned, guys. This is good. Now, the people on the team, solid people. They've created millions of dollars online. They've created systems before. It's not something that they tested and they say, let me try this out. Let's see how this works. These are teammates. These are people that I work with, business partners. that have actually created systems for other companies that have generated hundreds of millions of dollars. And those companies, some of them have purchased the actual system from them, right? These are people who actually do a lot of marketing tests, geniuses in the marketing, right? I'd like to consider myself one as well, right? So they put in all these hours. They put in $100,000 about, right, in this system between development costs, the system costs, I mean, hosting, everything. I mean, design, copy, right? All of this, right? All this money, it adds up quick, guys. I used to hear these type of numbers sometimes, and I didn't want to believe it. I was like, yeah, okay, you could get that for like a couple $1,000s or something. Yeah, if you want that type of quality, that's correct. But we actually put in a lot of money into this because we want it to be top notch. We want it to be top quality. Everything is in compliance 1,000%. And we make sure that compliance is in play. Remember earlier in this call, I mentioned, you know, I've built organizations and teams in the past, and you know, things have happened, right, with the company and you know, right, stuff of that nature. We want to make sure we protect what we have here. We want to make sure we protect what is actually what we're building here for the long term. I'm here for the long term. I planted my flag, and we're here for the long term. Now, as far as the comp plan, guys, right, that covers the people. So far, we covered the company, the product, the people, right? So the comp plan, guys, is incredible. First of all, it's a patented comp plan. It's a patented comp plan, right? There's not too many companies that can say they have a patented comp plan, right? So you never lose a rank. Once you hit a rank, you will never lose that rank. I'm going to share with you exactly how that's done. When you first come on board, you actually start at something that's called a 1A position, right? I'm going to keep this very simple for everyone. You get started as a 1A position, right? What we're doing is we're encouraging those that get started, right? If you decide to come on board, we're encouraging to actually get started with three different positions, right? Now, the company allows you to have multiple positions, which is incredible in itself. They treat every position as if it's its own entity, or whether you use, you know, your social or you use your EIN number. Either way, those positions are treated treated as if they're their own entities, right? Own positions. And the reason why we do that is because with the top position, whether it's a machine, right, that you purchase, or the Nespa, right, which is the shower machine, so to say, right, for the shower. So you have that on top, and then on the two bottom positions, we encourage a second machine and an Ukon, which is the supplement I spoke about, or you can have two Ukons on the bottom, right? So what that does is it allows you to actually, first of all, you're going to get paid for any sale below that top position, and you're going to get paid for any sale below those two other positions, right? You guys with me? So what happens is when you actually build under this first position right here, right? It's not a binary, right? Even though there's two legs here, you'll be able to create more legs as well. And I'll share that with you in a moment. And the reason why I mentioned it's not a binary, because what I'm gonna share with you, a lot of times people say, well, I'm gonna put a lot of people in your team. I'm gonna put a ton of people in your team. And you know what? That doesn't really mean anything if it's a binary, because you got to build that other leg and you got to focus on that weaker leg, because that's what you're getting paid on. This is not that, right? So why I expressed that earlier in the call, this webinar, I said, guys, if you feel compelled at any point right now to get started and you feel this is something that's solid, Robert is serious. I've never seen him this serious in his life. I've never seen him this devoted or committed in his life. Then email me at robertmercado@robertmercado.net with the subject line, I'm ready to get started. What I'm going to do is actually, every person that actually sends that email, I'm placing you below everyone else, right? So I'm going to place everyone below you, if that makes sense, right? So I'm building a team here, and this is early on. So let's say you're the first person. Rob, I sent the email. You're going to be the first person I respond to after this Hangout. And I'm going to give you instructions on how to get started. And then the next person after that, I'm going to place underneath you. So what happens when I place, you know, Joe Blow, right underneath your top position, for lack of, you know, other names, right? So Joe Blow, he's actually right on underneath that top position. Then you're going to get paid for that, right? regardless if you make the sale yourself or I decide to place a person underneath your organization, right? You get paid as if you place that person on board. Now we got the top position and we got a 1A leg, right? This is the 1A leg, and we have another 1A leg, right? So now every sale, because you got multiple positions, right? You don't only have the top position. You can if you want. If you only could start with one position, that's fine. But with two positions, you're doubling your commissions, right? Now you're able to get paid on this position and this top position. So if I put Joe Blow right underneath that, you're going to get paid in this position and that position. So you're getting paid 2 checks per sale that's made in your organization. Is that pretty powerful or what? Now, you'll make anywhere from $90 to $2,700 in commissions, depending on what machine that the person purchases and what leg you're actually putting that sale in. Now, the reason for having that other one over here is because you could kind of double dip, and you could be building two of these legs at the same time, earning commissions on both of them, right? And what happens is the goal is to become what's called a 6A. How do you become a 6A? Well, you build these 2 positions to having 100 sales underneath them in that organization, 100 sales, and you become what's called, I'm thinking a level ahead. If you have 100 sales in your entire organization, so if you have 50 on one side and you have 50 on the other side, you become what's called the 6A. Only 100 sales in your organization, you become what's called the 6A. Now, there are other ranks below that, right? 4A, you only need 20 sales. You could open up a 4A leg. And what these mean, these legs, right? 1A, 4A, right? 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A. All it means is 1A represents you get paid 1 check, right? For every sale in that one. Now, if you have the double positions, you'll get 2 checks for that. 2A means that you'll get paid 2 times the commissions of what you have sold, right? Of the purchase that somebody has made. And the 3A leg, you build under the 3A, let's say you open up a 3A leg, right? You'll get paid 3 checks, right? That's 10 sales. If you have 10 sales in your entire organization, doesn't only have to be directly you sponsoring, it could be anybody that you bring on board, then you will actually be able to earn 3 times commissions on what you would make in a 1A leg, right? Pretty cool. Now you open up a 4A leg. Let's say, okay, I got 20 sales in my organization, Robert. I want to open up a 4A leg. You're more than welcome to, and you'll earn 4 times commissions in those sales within that leg. Now keep in mind, if you purchase that top position, because you're allowed to purchase your own position as well on the top, and you are placing sales underneath that, you're getting 4 checks for this position, and you're getting 4 checks for this position, right? You're getting 4 times the commissions in this position for your 4A, and you're getting 4 times the commissions for your position, your top position. You guys still with me? Now you could open up a 5A leg, which is 50 sales in your organization, and that 51st sale will be your 5A leg. You earn 5 times the commissions that you would earn in a 1A leg. And then 6A is 100 sales in your organization, your entire organization. It could be people that you brought on board or your team, doesn't have to all be you, and you will earn 6 times commissions in that leg. So let's put this in perspective, right? What does that mean? Well, if you actually sell our least expensive machine, let's say, which is $1,500, what you do is you actually divide that by 2. The company is paying out 50% commissions, my friends. 50% commissions they're paying out to the sales force, right? So you divide the product price, right? $1,500 divided by 2. Let's do a little simple math here, right? It's very simple. 1,500 divided by 2 is $750. Now the company has something called an 8-point compensation structure. It's very simple. Think of it as a pizza pie, and you got 8 slices, right? Now these 8 slices are going to be distributed to the sales force, right? So in a 1A leg, you're going to get 1 of those slices for every sale that comes in. Now if you have the 2 positions, right, you get 1 slice there, 1 slice there, right? If you're in the 6A leg, you're going to get 6 of those slices in every sale that comes in. So what does that mean? Well, let's do $750, which again is half of the least expensive machine, 1,500 divided by 2, $750, very simple. Now we're going to divide it into 8, right? Because there's 8 points, right? There's 8 slices. right, that get paid out, which is $93.75. So what happens is you're actually going to get paid on average 90 bucks. It comes out to 90 bucks. I've received many checks so far. And we'll get into the pay. The company pays like this. You make a sale, you're getting paid the next business day. That check is getting cut and it's being sent to your mailbox. 2 to 3 days, it'll be in your mailbox. More or less, right? 2 to 4 days. Let's be conservative here, right? So, and then every indirect takes 10 days, right? So you're going to get paid fast. The company does not play. It's debt-free. The reason why I mentioned all that before is they're already generating $30 million a month is because you want to make sure this company doesn't have an issue paying you when you make your sales and you're building your organization. Anyway, $90 is what you're going to make on the actual 1A leg for the least expensive machine. Let's be very conservative, right? Well, what happens is if you sell that same machine in the 6A leg, you're going to get 90 times 6, right? Because you get 6 checks for the 6A leg. It's very simple. You sell that in the 5A leg, you get 5 checks for that sale. So let's say you actually came on board and you only purchased 1 position, which is okay. If you feel you're only able to afford 1 position, that's fine. I'm just saying you could double dip and have more results and more success and make more money. The more positions you get, the company allows it. Why not? So 90 times 6 is $540. You're going to get paid $540 for placing the least expensive machine that the company offers in your 6A leg rather than the 1A leg, right? So you want to get to that 6A, you could earn some really nice commissions. Now, let's talk about how high that gets, right? Now, the highest price product that we have is $59.80, right? I average it and I say $1,500 to $6,000. It just is easier to say. But let's be exact, right? I want to be real with you guys. It's $59.80, right? So we divide that by 2, right? Just take the product price, divide it by 2, cut it in half. It's $29.90. So $29.90 is going to be paid out to the sales force. So with that $29.90, remember the 8-point system, right? So we're going to divide it always by 8. Very simple math, guys. That's $373 per point, right? The least expensive machine over here was $90 per point. Now we're going with the highest price machine that the company offers. That's $373.75 per point, right? Or $373 to round, or $374 to round it up. Now, what happens is on a 6A leg, you're going to times that by 6. And what that comes out to is $2242.50, right? So we're going to do, right, $59.80, right? $59.80. The highest commission that you could actually get paid here is $2,700 a machine, right? So let me divide that by 8, right? And then times it by 6. So for that example, $2242. Guys, if you can make over $2,000 for 1 sale because you placed that sale in a 6A leg, right? And to get to 6A, guys, all you got to do is have 100 sales in your organization. That 101st sale becomes your 6A leg. And you could create as many 6A legs as you want moving forward. You don't have to build deep if you don't want to. You could build across. Every sale you get, you could put it direct to you if you'd like. You made $2,000 a pop, right? $2,000 a day if you'd like. It's up to you. Now, just so you know, with the actual positions, you can actually have up to 5 machine positions in every leg, and you can have up to 5 UConn positions. Remember the UConn? That's the supplement. You can have 5 machine positions and 5 UConn positions in every single leg that you have. So to add that up, you can have up to 10 of your own positions in each of the legs. I'm just trying to give you guys some perspective on what you can do here. Now, if you use your social security number, you don't have a business, that's fine too. You're able to have 3 machine positions and 3 UConn positions in each leg. Every leg that you have is treated as its own franchise. So it's incredible. You could create as many 6A legs as you like. So you guys with me on that? Now, I'm actually just shy of hitting a 6A, right? So what happens is I'm going to be placing everyone who actually sees this live and emails me. If you didn't email me already, I encourage you, send that email. robertmercado@robertmercado.net. Subject line, I'm ready to get started. Because having that email there, I'm going to contact you first. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get started. And then I'm going to place you in position. And then everybody after you is going to be placed right underneath. Guys, there's a win-win situation here. You would say, Robert, why would you place people under me? Why don't you just place sales right underneath your 5A legs, or create more 5A legs, or create more 6A? Here's the thing. To get to 6A2, which is another rank, right? The higher rank. And 6A, it's 6A2. You need 2 6As in your organization. So all that means is having two separate legs with 100 sales in each leg, right? Now you know why the 3 positions is important, because that top position, the 2 positions underneath, you're getting paid twice for every sale. And then you could easily build both of those legs so that by the time you have both of those legs at 100 sales each, they're both 6As, you're a 6A2, right? What happens at 6A2? Well, once you hit a 6A, oh man, this comp plan goes deep. Once you hit a 6A, my friends, you will earn infinite levels deep inside of your organization. So 6A is a good spot to be at. And the reason why I mentioned that you never lose a rank, guys, I've been in organizations and businesses where every month you have to continue that production. You got to start all over and have all the volume and production again, only to get to that same rank you hit last month. Honestly, I'm being real with you guys. I don't like that. I don't like that, right? If I hit a rank and I worked very hard to actually hit that rank, I actually feel like I deserve that rank. I worked hard for that rank. I like to make sure that I actually stay at that rank. The company will never bring your rank down. The company only wants to push people forward and push people higher. How powerful is that? You would never lose a rank. Once you hit a rank, if you hit 3A, you're 3A forever until you hit 4A, right? You're 4A until you hit 5A, and 5A, you never go down. You're always going to go up. That's what I like. It's inspiring other people to get started. It's helping other people to make a decision to get started, right? Send me an email if you haven't already. robertmercado@robertmercado.net, and say, I'm ready to get started, right? I'm ready to get started. So with that being said, right, we talk about the positions. You can earn up to $2,700 per sale. Now the UConn, where does that come in? Why are the UConns important? Well, with the UConn positions, you're going to be able to earn on the UConn sales and the machine sales, right? Now the UConn, you're going to earn on a residual basis, right? That's the residual component of your business. And if you want a business that has the longevity, not only the longevity, but has the life to it and income continuing to come in, so you don't have to do this for the rest of your life. You can have it working for you, right? Residually, right? We all know the power of residual income. The machine, you'll get paid for the machine sales, right? You'll get paid every sale you get, machine sale, right? Every person you help is helping you to actually, get that sale, earn that commission, change a life. And then what happens is with the UConn, the supplements, you're going to earn on a residual basis, right? So what I like about this, and I'm going to be totally transparent with you guys, I'll let you guys know how it is. With the UConn, it's actually an auto ship. Now here's the difference. Here's the difference. Listen very closely, guys. I've been in companies before that have auto ships, and nobody likes auto ships. Nobody likes to pay monthly, right? Because it's a monthly bill. It looks like a monthly bill. We got enough. You know what? Really quick, let me drink some of the water. Give me one moment, guys. I just want to sip. This is actually the water that comes out of the water filtration machine. Excuse me, guys. Thank you. I just want to quench my a little bit of thirst and also my throat. So the UConn, that builds your residual income, right? And it's not your traditional monthly auto ship. What the company did is they did a 4-month supply. You get a 4-month supply for a one-time, well, not a one-time, a purchase of $580, right? And it's rebilled every 4 months, right? Because it's a residual product, right? And you get 4 months of product, and you pay once, and then you pay again in the next 4 months, and again in the next 4 months. So that continues every 4 months. So every 4 months, everyone in your organization that has an UConn position as well, you're going to get paid on a residual basis every 4 months. Now on the UConn, what are you going to earn? The UConn, you earn $40 in a 1A leg, and you earn 40 times 6, right? Because remember, the 6A leg, you're going to earn 6 times what you make in a 1A leg, right? 6 times. So that's 6, 12, 18, 20. $240 in a 6A leg every 4 months for every UConn sale you have in your organization. Is that powerful or what, guys? is this powerful or what? I want to get some feedback. I know you guys left a few comments. I want to see what we have here so far. I got some more to share with you guys. This is awesome. Great. Thanks. Love it. I already have the top of the line machine. Oh, that's so awesome. David, we'll talk. Email me. Let me know, that situation you shared so that I can help you and see how we can make it work for you. Going to be the best ride ever. You're absolutely right, Keith. Robert, I've been in and out due to bad connection. Is there a sign-up fee or a monthly fee? It's definitely going to cost to get started. And I always encourage you, don't look at what something costs you. Look at what something could potentially make you. But just to answer your question, yes. Email me and I will give you instructions on how to get to the next step. 50% commissions on products. That's a new person can get started in a business with no money out of pocket. How good is that, guys? The bottom line is, I'll talk about that in a little bit too. Hi there, guys, just joined. Oh, this is not a software, Abraham. I know you must have heard 50% commissions and you're thinking this is a software. It's actually a physical product. It's a physical product, which is powerful because anything with a physical product, once people have it, they feel like I paid for something. I own this, right? Interesting. Okay, cool. Some good comments here. So I'm going to keep it going, guys. Now, as far as financing, right? Now, here's the thing. With a high-ticket product, you might say, well, Robert, this sounds great. You got the perfect product. You got the, a solid company, solid product, solid team. We have a system in place I'm going to share with you in a bit that's going to automate this whole thing, right? The funnel that's going to, you're going to be able to send traffic to the funnel and your sales will be converted for you. It's incredible. So I'll get into that in just a little bit. We're going to launch that here in a few days, and that's very exciting in itself. Now with the financing, we figured, okay, this is a high ticket product, right? 1,500 to 6,000. That's high ticket. Robert, how are we going to get people? How am I going to get people to get started with this if they can't afford that? Well, we partnered with financing companies, right? We have a few business partners that we partnered with that are financing it for you. Now get this, even if you do the financing through one of our partners, you are still getting paid. The person that brought you on board, right? You're coming on board, you're on this, you're obviously coming on board with me. I may place you in the organization, obviously, somewhere in my organization. And that's because I want to continue building my team. I want to continue to rank up and I want to help other people get paid as well. Right? So with that being said, we actually have, let me see here. We got a quick comment here. Okay. So we actually have finance companies that we're partnered with that will finance it for you. And what happens is once you make your purchase, the person that you're placed in their organization, that person above you, if it's me, if it's someone on the team, is going to get paid a full commission. So what does that mean for you? When you have other people you're bringing on board, and let's say they can't afford, the machine prices, then they get financed, and you're still going to get paid a full commission. You're still going to get paid a full commission. Now, the financing partners that we have approve anywhere from 90 to 95% of the people that we have. You could have a credit score as low as I've seen 530, even 520, get approved. So don't feel, Robert, my credit score is low. I don't know if I'm going to get it. Send that email. Send that email. I'm telling you, the closer you do it, the faster you do that email. You send that email right now. Closer you are to me reaching out. See, what I'm doing is my new emails come out on the top, right? The new emails always come out on the top. I'm going all the way to the bottom of the list first because that's the first person that sent it. And then I'm going to enroll that person, and then I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to place all of these people in my organization. So those sales are going to be going under you. Right? Depending on where you are, the next person goes under you, next person goes under that person. So we're going to continue building it, right? Because I want to hit these ranks, and I want you to hit these ranks too and have success as well, and earn some income and make some money. So with that being said, send an email, robertmercado@robertmercado.net, and write in the subject line, "I'm ready to get started." I'm ready to get started. Now, as far as the financing, let's say by any chance, right? Because listen, not everyone's going to get approved. We don't have a 100% approval rate, right? Very high, but not 100%. If they do not get approved with one of our third-party, right, financing partners, then the company has their own financing option, and all the person has to do is put down 25%, right? So they put 25% of the actual machine cost, right? So for example, the least expensive machine, 1,500 bucks, 25% would be about 500 bucks, 400 bucks, right? More or less. Comes out to about 490. All that person does is put 490 down, and then they pay the rest monthly, right? And they pay on a monthly basis. Guys, it totally eliminates the I can't afford this, right? This totally eliminates I don't have time, because we have a system in place, which I'm going to share with you now. I shared a little bit about it. We put a lot of money into it. The funnel is actually converting extremely high. For every $40 to $60 that you spend on advertising, you're going to have a conversion of a sale. Now, if on average the sales are $300 you're making, that's a pretty good return on investment, if I may say so myself. If I put $1 into something, right, if I get $1.25 back, I'm a happy camper. Now, if you're going to tell me I could invest $40 to $60 in marketing, and on average, that's going to come out to a $300 sale, right, on average, I'm in. I'm sending that email. If you haven't sent the email, email me, Robert Mercado, robertmercado.net. With the subject line, I'm ready to get started. Now, let's talk about a tiny bit more about the system. What's powerful about the system? Like I said, we have the best people that built it. We got people with experience. We got people who actually know what they're doing, right? They tested it. It's converting, right? Everything is in compliance, right? We went out of our way to get what we have in place, 100% compliant approved. Why? Because we're here for the long run. We're here for the long run. And the bottom line is with the comp plan that's in place, with the product that's in place, we're in the right time at the right place. We're at the right time at the right place, my friend. You're at the right time at the right place. And, we've heard that before, and I think about before saying that, why? Because we've heard that before. We've heard it before. I tell you, I've been with companies, I've been with teams, right? We've heard that. This is the next best thing. Get in now. This is it, guys. If you decide to create success, and I'm looking you directly in the eye because I'm talking to you. I know I can't see you, but you could see me. And the vision for my team, for the organization, is to create at least 4 millionaires within a 12-month fiscal period. Now, nothing is guaranteed. A quick disclaimer for this whole hangout. Nothing is guaranteed. You may never make a single dime because you chose that. You may make a lot of money. It all has to do with your efforts. And as well as I mentioned, if I decide to place people in the organization, which it is in my interest to do that, then your position will get paid. I just wanted to put a quick disclaimer out there because we're all adults. By law, I can't guarantee anything. Although I want to share with you that you have a lot higher of a chance having success here than a lot of things out there, a lot of different options that you have in life. I know how it is. We're pulled in a lot of different directions. A lot of people say, come here, I want you to join this. Guys, solid product, solid comp plan, solid company, solid system, solid team. The compensation is there. Email Robert Mercado at robertmercado.net. I'm ready to get started. And why I mentioned that, I'm going to go through the comments here. As low as 520, really? Not that mine is low, just saying yes, Wes. And the reason why I share that with you is because you're thinking of other people that you can already enroll and get started with this, so you could earn some money, so you can have some success as well. Oh, and you know what? Before I get off track, my vision is to create 4 millionaires within a 12-month fiscal period, right? I started working and aligned myself with this company exactly, well, I won't say exactly, roughly about 45 days ago. I'm in a position right now that's a few sales in my organization from hitting 6A. On average, it takes someone a couple years to hit 6A. I've accomplished that. It's definitely going to be within 60 days, right? 60 days or less. We are number one in the company right now for the sales production in a certain period of time that we've been on board. That goes to show you what we have in play works. I want to show you something, a little proof here. I want to show you what we have going on inside our group, right? I'm going to show you one post that we have there, right? That actually will share with you exactly how powerful this is, okay? So what I'm going to do is share my screen right now, guys. Screen share. And I'm going to share it so you guys can see my entire screen. Okay? Now you guys should see my screen. I'm on this page, so I'm going to get off of it because you see me a 1,000 times going there, in the video there. But if we actually check right here, let me move this out of the way, actually. All right, let me move this way. There was a post recently in our group that asked, who's earned at least one check so far? Comment below. We got 97 likes on this. We got over, 121 comments. If I just scroll and you see the results that are here, let me move this out of the way. This is what we have going on in our team. This is what we have going on in our team. Got 4 checks last 2 weeks. More than one. I did. Yes, yes. This girl has. I'm working on earning more. Guys, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. You're back here with me. I want to share that proof with you guys that people are having success based on what we're doing here by making a decision to get started, right? Let me look through the comments here. Robert, has the water been tested like by a third-party lab? Alfred, this is scientifically proven to be the best water that's known to us. Has it been compared to other water brands in the market? Absolutely. Every brand out there is tap water, my friend. It's incredible to learn this. This was life-changing for myself, and I know will be for you as well. Let me go back over here. I want to make sure, now I want to share with you guys something. Some of you on here may say, I don't have time, right? Robert, this sounds great. I'm excited about this, right? We already overcame the money issue, right? Because the financing is available. They just finance the machine. You still get paid in full. If they finance it through the company, you get paid based on what they put down, which is the 25%. You're still earning a 25% commission on that. You're still going to be able to get paid from those that they bring on board as well. And just because they got financing on the 25%, right, and they paid the 25% down, doesn't mean that everybody that they bring on board will too. So what happens is when the other people that they bring in their organization get started, then you're going to get paid a full commission for those sales. So don't discount anyone. That's why I welcome anyone, whether you have any credit score or any situation. See, the financing partners that we have, they approve anywhere from 90 to 95% of people, right? And as low as a 520 credit score, right? Obviously, the higher the credit score you have, the better chances you have of getting approved. I mean, that's obvious. Although for those that don't, then they'll go through the financing with the company, and there's 100% approval with that. I mean, there's no credit check, right? You put down your first down payment, 25%, boom, you got your position. That's it, right? You start building your team, you'll still be able to get paid in full. Now, you might ask, well, Robert, does it matter what machine I choose when I purchase based on the commissions and the compensation plan? And the answer is no. You could choose any machine that you'd like, and you will get paid the same amount that any other machine position would get paid. And the reason why I like that too is because they don't hold it against people if they can't afford the higher price machine. So when you are actually purchasing your machine, we'll get to that step. I'm going to email as soon as I finish with this. I'm going to get back to each and every one of you. I already see a ton of notifications. So I would encourage you to choose your machine based on what fits your needs more, right? Some machines are, one machine is under the counter. You don't have to take up counter space. Most of the machines are on the counter. The higher end ones have some automated settings to it, and they have interchangeable power supplies. So if you travel, some of them actually have more types of water that you can actually drink, right? Some of the types of water are clean water, strong acidic water, right? There's a couple of other ones as well, and I want to keep this very generic so that you know for sure to reach out to me. And if you're watching the replay of this, email Robert Mercado at robertmercado.net with the subject line, "I'm ready to get started," right? So the money question is out. The money objection is out, right? The money objection is out, guys. I don't have time. I would legitimately say if you could put an hour a day into this business, you'll do well. You'll do well. I'll put it that way. You have the potential to do well, right? I'm going to keep this completely clean and within compliance. And the reason is, and I share that freely. Why? Because we are here for the long run. I'm here to protect my team. I'm here to protect myself. I'm here to protect what we have going on. And I want you to know that as well, because as a leader, if you're watching this, you know how important the compliance is. Following the rules, making sure that everything is done right. Well, I share that freely because I know there are leaders that are going to watch this. And you knowing that the compliance is in play and how serious we take it will help compel you to make a decision to get started and work directly with me and within my organization, right? So with that being said, time issues out of the question. You got an hour a day, you're good. I don't have money, right? We took care of that one. Now, guys, you may say, well, how serious am I, right? And I don't even think you have that question at this point, watching how dedicated I am to this, how committed I am. We are going to create the most 7-figure and 6-figure earners in the company. Mark my words. And that can be you. And all you have to do is decide to get started, right? That's it. You decide to get started. Guys, there's a 30 days money back guarantee. If this does not work out for you for any reason, you call the company and they will refund you in full what you've paid. There's a no risk money back guarantee, 30 days. And I mention that to you because, hey, that's good to know. There's no risk for you. There's only possibility for you to gain, and there's no opportunity for you to lose, right? I'm excited about this, my friends. I'm excited to have you on board. If you decided to send me an email and get started, and you made a decision to change your life and change your water, then I'm here to say, welcome. Welcome on board, because it's going to be a fun journey. It's going to be a fun journey. And we're doing a lot of big things. And, truth is, we're going to be successful whether you're on board or not, although we prefer you to be on board. We prefer you to actually be on board on the team. And I've never been this serious and committed to something in my life. And I'm 29 right now, and I've been getting some spiritual messages and messages from people as far as 29 is the year, right? They said 29 is the year right before 30, right? Kind of don't want to even mention that number yet, right? I'm not in the third level. I know some of my leaders on the team and teammates that I have are like, Robert, you're talking about that level, man? Anyway, point is that the next 30 to 40 years, they said, this year, you're going to do something. You're going to build something. You're going to align yourself with something that's going to determine the next 30 to 40 years or more of your life. And guys, I found it. I found it. And now you've found it. You're aware of this now, right? You can walk away and know that you've had this opportunity to get started and didn't. Or you could decide now that, Robert, I really appreciate you. I'm putting my trust in you. There's no money, there's no money, there's money back guarantee. That may help you to make a decision. I see your vision. It's a big vision, guys. It's a big vision. It's a big vision, and it's got room for us all. It's got room for us all, and then some, right? Not only to create multiple 7-figure earners and multiple 6-figure earners in the organization, but to help change the lives of so many people from what they're currently doing, what they're currently drinking, what they're currently putting on their body when they take a shower, right? That shower product is incredible. If you want to do the trifecta and you want to do a machine and a Nespa, right? You want to do a machine, a shower product, and you want to do an Ukon, right? Those are the names of it, right? Then you could actually do that. And you still have that, what's called the trifecta, where you have the 2 1A legs, and you build underneath that, and you continue to rank. Now I want to share one last thing with you guys for the long term. We're talking about vision. I want to share the bonuses. Once you rank up in certain levels in the company, because you want to make sure this is something that you can go far with. You want to make sure this is something that you can actually look forward to the next level. And what I'm going to share with you right now, if what I have already shared with you has not blown your mind, then this is going to right now. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually looking for what I want to share with you. And guys, watch when you see what I'm going to show you right now. You are going to absolutely be impressed. You're going to feel even more compelled to get started. You're going to feel there's a long, big vision here for you. You're going to feel that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I know you guys are saying, just show me, Robert, show me. Show me, Robert. All right, so here we go. Let me open this up. Okay, I'm going to actually, let me see how I could do this. Give me one moment, guys. I'm going to actually open this up here. Okay, you know what I'll do? I just want to keep this totally generic. So, okay, you know what I could do? All right, here it goes. I'll do this, guys. Here we go, I got it. I'm gonna share the screen. Stay with me, guys. This is worth it, and this is huge. I don't do a webinar or a Google Hangout unless it's worth it, and this is worth it. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna share my screen, right? Let me just bring this up a little bit more because I'm gonna show you exactly what we got going on here. Okay, here we go. This is gonna work well. Here we go. I'm gonna share my screen now. You guys ready? Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, screen share, right? And then I'm gonna share my entire screen. Okay. Now you guys see what's on the screen, right? Let me check out the comments here. Well, I'll check in a moment. When you hit a 6A, you're gonna get a $3,000 bonus as soon as you hit the 6A position. Remember what that is. You're gonna have 101 total sales anywhere in your team. You're gonna hit the 6A. That could be your sales directly, or it could be your organization sales and people you brought on board. The sales that they brought on board as well will count towards your 101 total sales as 6A. As soon as you hit 6A, you're gonna have a $3,000 bonus, right? Besides all the commissions that you've made on machines, as well as the Ukons and the shower product as well, right? So that's all of that. Now, once you have 2 6As in your organization, right? So what is that? I put all this in perspective. It's 100 sales in one 6A, it's 100 sales in the other, right? Like, remember these 2 1As? Does this look familiar, like a trifecta, right? Your 3 positions. You get 100 sales in that one, you get 100 sales in that one, then you have the 2 6As, you're a 6A2. So you have a total of 200 sales in your organization, right? Or 202 if you want to be exact, because this needs 101 sales, but you guys get the point. 6A2, you get a $6,000 bonus, right? The company pays you a $6,000 bonus just for hitting this rank. And guys, again, you're never going to lose your rank ever. So, once you hit a rank, you're a 6A until you hit a 6A2. You never go back, right? You never go back. And what happens is also is with that being said, you're actually going to continue to feel compelled to keep growing, right? So you're going to then hit a 6A2-2. Well, what the heck is that, Robert? Well, that means you have 2 6A2s in your organization, right? So you have 2 of these right here over here, right? So that's 200 sales each, right? Rounded up, right? It's a little bit more, right? 202 sales, 202, right? So you would have 400 sales in your organization. And what that is a $12,000 bonus. So the company pays you a $12,000 bonus. That's on top of whatever you've made within your organizations, the commissions of the machine sales, the commissions of the Ukon sales, right? Everything. Now, what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to stop the screen share for a moment. I'm going to open up another window. It doesn't stop there, guys. Who's excited? Let me check the comments really quick. Watch what we have. I got one last thing to show you guys. Dave, I appreciate you helping out in the comments here, man. That's really nice of you. What is the down payment? Yes, you're able to return machine within 30 days. Company has an office here in Queens. It's a great company. Perfect. I financed my machine. They don't check your credit score, but they do need a down payment on the product that you're purchasing. Exactly. Perfect. Alfred, I'll share all the information with you once you send an email. If you haven't sent an email yet, guys, I'm going to send this replay out to my list and promote it over and over again. And the bottom line is that if you have not sent in an email yet, you're going further down in the list. I'm going to continue building, right, underneath your position and keep it going. Although, guys, you got to act. I mean, success loves speed. Success loves speed. This is not a joke. This is serious stuff. And I'm serious about this. And I'm looking to help you to have success and do really well here. So with that being said, let me open this next one. Watch this. Guys, you thought that was all the bonuses. Watch this. Here we go. This is where the fun happens. Alrighty then. All right, let's do this. Right? Okay, I'm gonna bring this down a little bit like that. Just trying to position it so it's nice and neat for you guys. As soon as I share the screen, you guys can see what's going on. All right, so I'm gonna put this over here. Right? All right. Right, I'll move this over here. Oops. All right, I'm going to share the screen, guys. Bear with me. And what you're going to see here is the next positions that you would rank up for after that. So I'm going to share the screen. Oh, let me move this actually. Right. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to share the screen share, show my whole screen. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, now you guys should be able to see these bonuses, right? So when you're a 682, whoops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to cover this over here. You're going to get a $5,000 monthly bonus for life. Yes, guys, you heard that correctly. When you're a 682-3, you're going to get a one-time $25,000 bonus, and you're going to get a $3,000 a month for life. Sorry, $5,000 a month for life, residual every month on the month bonus on top of the one-time $25,000 bonus and on top of all the sales that you have made in your organization. So as a 682-3, what does that mean? Oh, actually, you know what, guys? Let me show you the ones with the numbers because this one actually doesn't show. Give me 1 second. Let me open up the other image because it gives the details instead of it actually me having to calculate this. I did the calculations already and I wanted to share. Here it is. Here it is. Sorry, guys. I opened up the wrong one there. All right, so let me open this back up and share it with you guys. Here's the big vision, guys. Here's the big vision. And this is on a money side, obviously. The vision is including to help a lot of people to have success and as well as change a lot of lives. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen, right? So you guys should be able to see all this now. So I share my screen now, 682-3, $5,000 a month, $25,000 one-time bonus. What does that entail? 400 sales in one leg, 400 sales in your other, and 800 sales total here. What that means is you have two 682-2s in your organization to qualify for that. Guys, you never lose a rank. Once you're a 682-3, you never lose it. You just keep moving up. $25,000, one-time bonus, $5,000 a month. What's the next one? 682-4. You get a $50,000 bonus, $10,000 a month for life. What does that entail? Having two 682-3s, right? So two of these in your organization. Guys, it's all a matter of time. As you keep growing your organizations, you're going to keep ranking up. 1,600 sales total in your organization, 800 on each side. Now, you get to a 682-5, you get a $100,000 bonus, $15,000 a month for life. That's 3,200 sales in total, 1,600 on each side. That just means you have two 682s-4s in two different legs, right? 3,200 sales, $15,000 a month for life, guys, for life, every month on the month. 682-5, $100,000 one-time bonus. 682-6, $200,000 bonus, and a $20,000 a month. You guys get the idea, right? Two 682-5s in that. 682-7, $400,000 one-time bonus and a $40,000 a month for life, right? Is that pretty cool? 682-7, what does that entail? 12,800 sales in your organization, 6,400 sales in each leg, right? You have two 682-6s in your organization. And then the top one is 682-8. You get a one-time $800,000 bonus, right? Check made out to you or your business name, $800,000 just for hitting that rank. Once you hit that rank, boom, company pays you $800,000 check, and you get $80,000 a month for life, guys. $80,000 a month for life. What does that entail? 25,600 sales in your organization. Just wanted to show the numbers and be totally transparent here and show you guys. That's 12,800 sales in each because you need two 682-7s, which are this position, two of these underneath your organization, and that will get you that $800,000 one-time bonus and $80,000 a month residual bonus every single month. Guys, I've went over everything. We went over a little bit on time. I'm truly excited. Just so you know, with the 8-point structure, you are getting paid 8 levels deep from every position, right? So the company has it where it's a patented comp plan. Once you're a 6A though, you are actually able to earn on infinite levels below. So what happens is you're a 6A, the first 6A closest to you, you'll earn what's called an educational allowance. And what that means is that you'll earn $200 for every sale that happens in this 6A's organization. And the 6A below that 6A, you'll earn $50 educational allowance bonus, educational allowance, $50 for every sale that happens in their organization. Every single sale that happens in their organization, $50. Every single sale in this 6A's organization, $200, right? $200 for every sale, right? That's as once you're a 6A, you can qualify for that. Guys, you can have as many 6As as you like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a minute or two just for questions. If you have a question that I may have not covered, I believe I covered everything. And by the way, once you hit a 6A, there's profit sharing as well with the company. There's a lot of other ways to earn income as well. It's a very lucrative comp plan. It's a patented comp plan. We're here for the long run. If you haven't already, send an email to robertmercado@robertmercado.net and just put in the subject. What do I got here? Put in the subject, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to get started, right? I already got a ton of emails here. I'm going to get to each and every one tonight. And I'm going to send out the replay, and more people are going to get started. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Even if you don't like me, I'm only kidding. But if that is the case, you feel compelled to get started because it makes sense, and it's just powerful. So let me go over here to the comments. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see the comments. If you're excited, let me actually see in the comments. Just type a yes in the comments, guys. Just take a moment. I'm not going to share my screen right now. I'm going to take it back a little bit, right? I'm going to drink a little bit of some water. If you're excited about what I shared with you today, in about an hour, what do we go, an hour and 30, what was it, 9, 10? Oh, we went for 2 hours. Wow, 2.5 hours. Time flies. You guys have been with me for this amount of time. I assume you guys are all on board. And I assume with confidence, not being, I don't cross that line of being, cocky. I'm just confident because with all the work and dedication that we've put in on our end to make sure we have something solid here, solid company, solid product, and solid people, and all the work that the team has put in with the system. And by the way, with the system, the marketing techniques, between a call center, calling your leads, between a ringless voicemail system that we have in place where instead of you calling a bunch of people for sales calls, right? Because we know people, I get sales calls myself and I hang up right away. But what ringless voicemail is it actually is able to, it's a technology that allows you to call leads and just leave a voicemail, go directly to voicemail. So, it's not intruding them. It's not aggressive. They see a voicemail, they're going to listen to that voicemail. And honestly, I'd feel more compelled listening to a voicemail, what somebody has to say, rather than somebody calling for a sales call, right? I'm busy, I got a lot of things going on. So if you intrude and interject in my schedule and waste my time, so to say, that causes us to hang up, right? We're not interested. But a voicemail, I could listen to it at my own leisure, right? My own time. And that feels a lot better, right? I'll be more open to listen to what that person has to say. So yes, 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 yes. I love it, guys. Listen, this is exciting, guys. I'm going to get back to the emails. I don't see any questions here. Send the email, everybody, and I will give Robert the honors. I love it, love it. Already did. DP is down payment. Yeah. Can you get financing for multiple positions? Great question, Wes. Can you get financing for multiple positions? The answer is yes, you can. You could get financing for multiple positions. If you want to do the trifecta and you're like, hey, I want to get positions perfectly, Rob, although, you know, I need the financing to get started, then let's do it. You most definitely can. Cool, guys, cool. I'm excited, guys. I love you all. Let me refresh the page here because maybe you guys got a lot of comments. There's so many comments coming in. It's not actually coming through. Anyhow, page is loading. Yeah, so it's going to take a while to load. I'm excited, guys. This is Robert Mercado. I look forward to you making a decision on coming on board and working with me directly, working with my organization, working with my team. I've committed a lot of time. I've committed a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in my experience before to know that this is something solid, to know this is something for the long term, to plant your flag here and decide to build here, decide to share what we have going on here with others. And the water, I mean, it's second to none. It's second to none. Let me just take a sip while we're talking about the water. By the way, the taste is so much more pure. You'll experience that when you have your machine and you have your water bar, your machine, whatever you want to call it, set up. You'll see the difference. I mean, tell you the truth, it cleans the pesticides, insecticides, right? All the stuff that is on fruits and vegetables cleans it right off because this type of water has a small molecular type of structure. So it actually is able to easily clean off all of the pesticides, insecticides. If you attempt to do that with regular tap water or bottled water, the molecule, the molecular structure is too big. It cannot do that. It can't clean it. Nothing comes off. So when you, it's so incredible. Because I've seen demos of it, and you know, the bottom line is that once you see it in person too. I mean, you see a demo, that's powerful. Once you see it in person, then you're actually more inclined to actually you know, try it yourself, and then you know when you try it yourself that it's real. You did it right in front of you. So as far as cleaning your vegetables and fruits, it's such a powerful thing. It helps so much. You're going to eat better. You're gonna drink better, and it's a product that everyone can utilize, and everything's solid here. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to close out for tonight. You've got, I mean, many of you guys, dozens of you guys have still been with me 2.5 hours in. I think almost 3 hours here, but I wanted to share everything with you, share my vision, share how I feel, and tell you, you know, show you proof, show you why this is incredible, why I'm excited about it. How much is the trifecta? And is there a link with the details on the shower product, formal product? Send the email. I will get you the steps that you need to get started, Stephen, and anyone else that has that question. The trifecta could actually range in price. So if you go with the least expensive machine, $1,500, and then you go, let's say, with 2 Ukons, right? That's $580 each, right? So that's what's that? $1,160 if I added that correctly for the 2 Ukons, and then the $1,500, 20. Was that 1160, right? 2660, right? Something like that. $2,700 for the 3 positions. Now, if you go with a higher end machine, which I encourage, because it will give you even more of a quality product, a lot more ease of use. You don't have to manually change the filter. You don't have to manually clean it. It gives you more choices of water. It's a on-screen display. There's a lot of benefits to getting a more expensive product, right? What you pay for is what you get. And I say that lightly because even the least expensive machine that the company has is of quality, right? They make sure everything that they do is of quality. That's why I mentioned it's important that they distribute and manufacture their products. I'm a big fan of that. After drinking this water, you will never go back to tap or bottled water. Exactly, it's the bottom line. Once you go, I've not drank anything else besides this water? Nothing. Guys, I respect your time. I want to keep this limited, even though it's only almost 3 hours. Email me, robertmercado@robertmercado.net. I'm ready to get started, and I'll see you guys on the inside. I love you guys. Even if I don't know you, I'll send love to you. And, everybody who came on board and decided to come on board, congratulations. This is going to be a fun year. It's going to be a great journey. If there's anything I could do to help, because the support team is there, I'm there, the leaders on the team are there. We have a Facebook group that's incredible with all the support. You have a question, they answer it, I answer it. You need to do 3-way calls. I'm open to doing that. You want to do live meetings and invite 50 people, 100 people in a room and share with them the vision and share with them what we're doing and the product and the company. Let's do it. Whatever it takes for you to become successful, I am in. Okay, 100%, 110%. And those of you that are on my team and those that have just decided to come on board now, watching this, or if you're watching the replay, you know, or you soon will know how serious I am about this. Can you do a down payment on the Ukon and get started for 25% of the 2660? Let me see what you mean by that. Can you do a down payment on the Ukon? You can. If you do an Ukon, you could do a down payment on the Ukon and then get started for 25% of the 2660. If you're saying if you want to, well, the 2660 West was just an example of me totaling the 3 positions. So you could get started with, the machine position, and you put down 25%. And then if you have to finance an Ukon as well, you can also finance an Ukon, and it works a little different. You put $250 down. You put $250 down on the Ukon, and then you pay a small amount every month moving forward. All right. So it doesn't work with the 25% with the Ukon, but it's a $250 flat rate that you put down on the Ukon. So I hope that helps. 3 positions exactly. All right, guys, love you guys. Appreciate you. I'm so excited to, be in business with you guys and work together. And there's a lot of training in the back office as well. How to get from where I went, in the company about 45 days ago, whatever, to just about hitting 6A. And then also having, teammates that are number 1. Our team is number 1 in the company right now. And we've only been on board for less than 60 days or so. So with that said, you're joining the right team. You're joining, a team that has resources and support. The people are excellent. The company's solid, product solid, guys. All you got to do is send the email, robertmercado@robertmercado.net, and I'm ready to get started. Put that in the subject line. I'm going to get to those emails now, guys. I'll see you guys on the inside. I'm excited for you guys. Take care, guys. Have a great night, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys' time. Look forward to working with you.